I will show you a flow in Business Central that looks like this, but without the directed put away and pick check mark in the location card, meaning with all the check mark on the location saying warehouse received, warehouse put aways and bin, but not directed put away and pick, to see the difference. Let's see how it looks in Business Central. I have prepared an purchase order with 2 items. Be aware that one of the lines has a quantity of 2 and it's not in pieces. It's an other unit of measure code entered on the item card. The flow will be that I release the purchase order like this. Afterwards, I create a warehouse receipt and it opens the warehouse receipt. So I've opened the warehouse receipt. It has a quantity of 2 and 10 and the unit of measure code, and I fill in the quantity that I want to receive like this, and I post the warehouse receipt, which both post item ledger entries and it posts warehouse entries into my default receipt bin. And I can see now that my quantity received is 2 and 10, and I know that it have made an warehouse put away in here related to this document. And when I open the put away, I can see here it has created 4 lines with quantity 2 and quantity 10, and it's a take line and a place line. And I use this document to put the goods away on my stock, and I enter the quantity to handle. And maybe I want to change the bin code if it's different bin codes that it suggests. So I could say here, this is going to another bin code like this. And I find those bin codes while walking around the inventory, and I update it afterwards in my put away document. Now I can register the put away document, and this creates warehouse entries moving the items from my receipt bin to my warehouse bin. Let's see how it looks on the item card. So if I enter my items, and I'll just take the first one with unit of measure code on it, or different unit of measure codes in here, and I navigate into the item ledger entries in here. I can see that on my main location I have received 50, which equals 2 of the unit I have received. And if I look at the warehouse entries that relate to my purchase order 299 that we just created, I can see the 50 pieces. So the warehouse entry enters the system in base unit of measure and not in the purchase unit of measure. This is because I don't have the big check mark with directed put away and pick, meaning the warehouse entries will be split up into base unit of measure. So if I want to use unit of measures in my warehouse entries, I need to have the big location check mark set. You can also see this is a movement here coming from the inbound bin to the inventory bin.